What is up, guys? I am ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D weapon review. And today's weapon review is on the primary weapon by the name of the Mech Heavy Rifle. The Mech Heavy Rifle is a pretty interesting primary weapon because this is one of the few primary weapons, aside from some of the shotguns and the automatic Peacemaker and a couple of other weapons, which only performs well at close range. The main feature of the weapon which causes this is its crosshairs. The second you start firing this weapon, the crosshairs get very big very rapidly, making it less and less accurate after each bullet that you fire from the weapon. So, in turn, the only decent gameplay you will get will be at close range. You will get some pretty lucky wins at medium to long range. For example, about 30 minutes ago, I was in a Paradise Resort map and I actually won when using this weapon off camera. So you still can win in medium to long range maps, but don't rely on this weapon in ranges that far. As you guys can see from the stats here, this is a pretty solid weapon. This one has a 23 lethality, which makes this in the upper ends of the primary weapons of Pixel Gun 3D, and it only has a 96 firing rate, which is not the fastest firing rate in the world for a primary weapon, so you have to be pretty accurate when using this weapon. I would not recommend using this weapon if you are a very inaccurate player. If you are somebody who struggles to even get decent kills with the automatic Peacemaker, this is probably not the best weapon for you, because you have to be a lot more accurate when using this weapon than you would with the automatic Peacemaker. The very awesome feature with this weapon, though, is the fact that this weapon is one solid buy. You do not have to worry about a UP1 and a UP2 version of the weapon. What you buy is what you get, and what you guys buy with this weapon is what I have right here. You do not have to worry about what I just said, a UP1 and a UP2 version, because it's good. It's good in the UP0 version. There's no upgrade to the weapon. It doesn't look the best in first-person mode, although it looks really cool when you do use the weapon, or when you see the weapon in the shop, so I'm not entirely sure why it doesn't look the coolest here. But as you guys can see here, somebody who does not have adamant armor really is pretty easy to take out with this weapon, as long as you get headshots. It is somewhat difficult to take out an adamant armored player. It's around 5 to 6 headshots, and this one, as I said before, does not have the fastest firing rates in the world, so do not expect every single time you encounter an adamant armored player to take them out with this weapon. So, always try to find matches where there is a wide variety of different ranges. I would not recommend to join a match where every single player has adamant armor, just because you're not going to probably get the best gameplay in the world when using this weapon. If you're clever and you choose the maps that you join wisely, and you find a match where there's some diamond and ruby and all these different ranges of armors like I am in right now, you will find that you will get some very good gameplay with this weapon. This weapon has a very good capacity as well, so if you are not one of those people who likes to spend coins for ammo constantly in a match, then get this weapon. If you're one of those people who does not have a lot of coins extra to buy more, then just get this weapon, because you do not really have to spend 3 coins for more ammo that much when using this weapon in a match. This is another one of those weapons where you have to have other weapons when using it to get the full effect of the weapon. You generally cannot use this weapon in a map unless it's like Pool Party or Silent School, where it's extremely close range, and expect to get the best gameplay in the world only using this weapon. You have to have other weapons when using this weapon, like what I have right here. I have the Hippo for in case I encounter an adamant armored player, and the Pit Bull and stuff like that. I have different weapons alongside this one so I can get the most out of this weapon. There are times where you probably shouldn't use this weapon, and other ones would perform better from different classes, and that's why you equip the other ones besides this one. But as you guys can see, I'm only using this weapon in this match, and in a map like Pool Party, well, you're going to get a lot of kills really quickly with this weapon. But like I said before, you have to be very accurate when using this. If you are at a longer range, like somebody as far away as the other side of the map there, through that doorway, you have to use a different little strategy when using this weapon to actually get the most out of the accuracy of the weapon. When you see somebody that far away, what you should do is fire for a little bit, and then wait for the crosshairs to get back together, fire a little bit, wait for them to get back together, and fire again, so you can make the weapon as accurate as possible. For if you don't, and you're doing what I did right there, probably a majority of those bullets that I fired from the weapon were not actually hitting that person, even though he was pretty close to where I was. So, keep that in mind. Do not spray and pray with this weapon. You have to use that technique when using it to get the most out of the accuracy of that weapon. So if you are one of those people who like to hold down the firing button literally the entire length of the match and never let up until you actually die, then this might not be the weapon for you. This is not a weapon for everyone. I would not recommend this to a lot of different people for certain reasons, and I've already told you guys some of the reasons already previously in the video. So, not everybody who's watching this should get this weapon. Now, if you are somebody who does like some sort of challenge, you do like to get headshots a majority of the time, and you are actually able to successfully get those headshots. If you are somebody who can manage to fire for a bit, wait for the crosshairs to reload, fire again, wait for them to go back together again, and keep doing that process, then this definitely is a weapon for you. You will find that you will get some fantastic gameplay with this weapon. I've gotten some very, very good wins by a lot. I've won by long shots with this weapon before. I've won by upwards of 6 to 7 kills in 3-minute matches, just like joining halfway through. So you can get a lot of kills very quickly when using this weapon. And as you guys can see, triple kills, no big problem at all. But then again, I am in the closest range map possible in Pixel 3D. You will not get this same effect in a map like Paradise Resort, like I said before. Now, each time you kill somebody, a majority of the time, I'd say about 60% of the time, they do drop ammo, so you don't really have to worry about ammo like I said earlier in the video. This has a great capacity. Each time you pick up the ammo from somebody who dies, you get 45 more bullets in the actual rifle, and that is quite a lot for only a 96 firing rate. You're not going to blast through that capacity super quickly, so you will find that you will be able to go many minutes in a match before you finally have to pay more ammo. And if you join a match that's between 3 to 5 minutes, you won't even need to generally pay for more ammo. Now, if it's a 7-minute match and you plan on using this the entire length of the match, you might have to pay for ammo once, but once is generally the most you're going to have to pay to get more ammo for this weapon. As you guys can see, I've joined a match where not everybody has adamant armor, and in turn, I'm actually getting some pretty decent gameplay with the weapon. I am second place with 37 kills. First place has 44, and I would imagine there's probably somebody who does have adamant armor and whatever weapon it is. It might be even this guy with the solar power cannon for all we know. But, there are always going to be those weapons that do outperform this weapon. The Prototype is a perfect example. Prototype will outperform this one. Some sort of area damage weapons will perform, like the solar power cannon will, and, certain other primary weapons will even outperform this one. Like a shotgun at close range will generally outperform. So if you go head-to-head with this weapon and somebody else has the Predator or the heavy shotgun, then you're probably not going to always be able to take that person out. Not entirely sure why this person is lagging so much. That's a lot of lag. So we're going to completely disregard this person unless, oh my god, this is insane amount of lag here right now. But we're going to just continue on here. I mean, somebody who has no armor whatsoever, it just devastates anybody. So if you are at the very beginning level where you do unlock this weapon, I would imagine it is a somewhat high level that you unlock the weapon. So it's probably you're going to encounter a lot of Ruby and stuff armored level players. So, if you do encounter only Ruby armored players a majority of the time that you do join matches, then hey, this might be the weapon for you. I'm going to leave this match. I'm probably going to just stay a little bit longer, but there's a lot of lag right now, and it's kind of taking a toll on the gameplay right now. If there is a lot of lag in the match, then somebody... It's weird because the people who lag generally have the advantage over you. As you guys can see, that person was able to get like 3 kills even though he was lagging, so that's not the best thing in the world. This guy... what are you going to do? This guy with the jetpack. Oh well. Anyways, we're going to just continue on here, guys, with this weapon. This guy... don't like this guy at all for his lag. If you guys encounter... he might even be hacking, because this guy... I don't even know. I'm going to leave this match. I don't like whoever the heck this guy is. Mr. Rainbow name... I don't even know. But we're going to just continue on here, guys. I'm going to join into maybe a slightly longer range map and show you guys how much worse the gameplay will in turn be when using this weapon. As you guys will see here, I can just warn you that in this Silent School match, in this hallway, there are going to be times where people are going to be able to have a much better advantage in that doorway where my crosshairs are, because I am such a far distance away from them. So, you have to keep that in mind when using this weapon. Only use it in the closest range possible that you find. Do not try to encounter somebody and engage with somebody at long range. Say you see somebody in Ant's life, they don't see you. Don't engage with them at a very long range. Just try to be sneaky, try to get as close as possible to them, and then take that person out. As you guys can see, it does take quite a bit of shots to an adamant armored player. So, I'd say about 50% of the time when you do encounter somebody with adamant armor, you are probably not going to take this out. So, this weapon is best for people who are slightly lower level, where not everybody that you encounter is adamant armor. I would not recommend, like I said before, to use this weapon in a match where everybody has adamant armor, just because you're not going to really get the best gameplay in the world. But this weapon still performs well. I do like this weapon a lot. It's not my number one choice, of course, for a primary weapon. I personally prefer weapons that shoot a lot quicker. With a fast-firing weapon, I don't know, I would prefer something like the Hellraiser or the Automatic Peacemaker much more over this one. But I still can get decent gameplay with this weapon, so I'm not really complaining. The Automatic Peacemaker just generally is something because I'm a more spray and pray type of player. I am not the most accurate in the world, so I need to use a weapon where if I miss a couple of times with my shots, I don't really have to worry about it. I can miss a couple of times and not really have that much of a toll taken on me. As you guys can see, there's been a lot of times where I have been encountering people and missing a lot, and generally when you miss, when using this weapon, you're obviously going to die, so that's a very big important thing when using this weapon. So, if you are somebody who's like me, who's not the most accurate player in the world, and you don't have something like the Hellraiser or the Marksman UP2, you might want to get something like that over this weapon, just because with those weapons, you're going to be able to afford missing a couple of times and still being able to take somebody with, you know, even adamant armor outs with something like that. It's a very, very good weapon, and my final thoughts on it are what I said before. You can get this if you do like somewhat of a challenge. If you are prepared for dying a lot when you do encounter people who have better weapons than you, this is certainly not one of those weapons where there are 0 weapons that are better than it, because there are quite a lot of weapons that are better than this one, and you just have to deal with it. And like I said before, you have to have other weapons with this one if you really want to get the full effect of the Mech Heavy Rifle. Do not only use this weapon in an entire match and then expect to actually win that whole match just by using one single weapon. I have not won a match yet in this video by only using this weapon, because that's not really how you use this weapon and get the best possible gameplay with it. So guys, I'm pretty much done for today's video, this whole review on the Mech Heavy Rifle. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting this one, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy this review on the Mech Heavy Rifle, then be sure to leave a like, comment on this video, favorite, and subscribe. And when I say comments, be sure to comment which weapon review you would like to see next. A majority of you guys did comment the Mech Heavy Rifle, and that is why I did this one next. And I've seen a lot of you guys requesting the Hippo, so I might possibly do that one next if I get that one most commented on for the next video. I'll do whatever one you guys want to see most. Also, be sure to check out the PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist episode that I uploaded right before this one. If you do hate PewDiePie, then don't click on the video and dislike it just for no apparent reason. But if you like a very funny 2D platform game with very funny commentary and exploding cows, then I suggest heading over to that video and watching a very funny gameplay where I fail a lot of times. Also, be sure to check out my other Pixel Gun 3D videos that I have uploaded to my channel. This is like around 105 weapon reviews, so I have a lot of weapon reviews uploaded to my channel, and you guys should check every single one of them out for sure. Do not leave without watching every single weapon review. Also check out my gun comparison series. Also check out my random weapon gameplays, my color weapon gameplays, and all of my other series on Pixel Gun 3D. So, thank you all for watching, and let's go until we die here. I'm just going to go right up until we die. Even if we die right off at the bat, we're just going to end the video here because it's already been over 14 minutes. My reviews have been getting progressively longer and longer because I'm using better and better weapons, and I like using them. I like getting gameplay, and that's just how things work. So, yeah, we'll just see how long we last here. I'm probably going to die with this next person that I encounter. Yep, gonna die. Or not, never mind. I actually thought I was going to die there, and there we go. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.